Alright, alright, let's start this off. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goblin Chat. It's me and Dev right now. We're hoping this
Hey,
is a brand new start to our podcast. We're hoping this will continue. This podcast is basically just us updating on a group rather than personal on decks that we're doing, decks that we're excited about, new decks, new cards we've added to decks, just generally what is up with our CDH area in general and what's kind of just going on with the channel. I think first thing we'll do, we're not editing this as much as people would probably think we're gonna edit this. This is just gonna be put out there. We'll show the cards we need to on screen or whatever. But we're just gonna kind of raw dog this and hope for the best, just because it's something we kind of want to put out a little bit more regularly, so that way we have content going out a little bit more often. Just because right now with the whole play booster, I don't know if everyone's seen it, but WotC made an announcement to all their distributors, and the distributors let their stores know that play boosters for The Hobbit have been delayed until early to mid-September for some people. I know my LGS, their email said mid-September is when they'll get their play boosters, and that affects me because I ordered a case of play boosters, so I won't be receiving my stuff until mid to late September, kind of depending on shipping and everything for them getting their stuff. So that's a whole lot of fun. So I don't have any packs to open until the end of September. So we're gonna have to wait, unfortunately, on that one. But yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous because Amazon went from selling them for like MSRP to not. So what? You need? Okay.
we're basically just coming on here, talking to you guys. It's a nice little change of pace because Ben's up in Iowa, I'm down in Florida. We have completely different CDH scenes. The other guys are over in Minnesota, and I think Ohio is where
Yeah,
Dapper is from.
yeah. I think Dapper's up in Ohio. We got Gage and Dubes up in Minnesota, and I know Gage says that right now at his LGS where he plays on Friday nights, it's a lot of Rogsai. It's basically just all turbo players. They have like one other Rog Ishai player besides him, but everybody else is just strictly turbo, and that's what I think it's what pretty much what Dube says too, is that everybody up in Minnesota is just playing turbo, and in my area where I'm at, everybody is just mid range to the point where it's like almost control. What is your CDH scene like down there, Dev?
So I mean, I don't really get out too much from my the local area, but just at my LGS, I have decks ranging from Tali to Tium, TNT, Blue Farm. Um, I mean, I just built a big flip skinning list, and I I have to see how that works. There's two or three cannons, including mine at the LGS. There's a brass vial that's at the LGS. What's up? I'm talking to Ben. Yeah, I mean, it is all over the place. I have a Zuladoc player in my LGS. I have that same Zuladoc player who plays Mario Skalgar.
Yeah, so your meta is just kind of all over the place right now.
Oh yeah,
It's very weird because you have a lot of people saying that we're getting out of that mid-range hell meta that we're in. That a lot of people still think that we are in, but then you have people that are just like, I don't care about your heuristic study. Here's me just going for it, and I can't tell where we're sitting at in this meta because this meta isn't mid-range hell anymore. I don't think it's somewhere in between turbo and mid-range because like
yeah.
your Nick Fury deck the other day went freaking turn 3. Here's an Adnaz, and I went, nah, I'm just gonna commandeer and then just win off of your own Adnaz. But it's like I think if you would have been able to what? Because the only reason you didn't add Nas earlier was because of the back to basics, right?
Um, that did slow me down a little bit. So
Yeah,
that one
I
did
mean,
hurt.
yeah, that was pretty ridiculously bad the other day on that one. That gameplay video will be out next week, by the way. That'll be out next week, that gameplay video of that whole situation. That was bad. But hoping that we can get a Hobbit one done with Gage and hopefully Dapper. Hopefully Dapper can print off Bard this week. And maybe we can get a gameplay video in next week about the Hobbit, just so we're not kind of late on the ball on that one.
I think Dapper has it printed out. He just said that it kind of doesn't mulligan very well.
Okay. I know he also mulligans a lot on Moxfield, so I didn't know if he had printed out or if he had just done it that direction, or if he was just
Yeah.
mulliganing on Moxfield. But the little bit I've done with Gandalf also feels that way, where it's just like I need a lot of mana in my opening hand to be able to really feel like the deck's doing something right.
That is the nice part about FanDuel is I'm not having that issue. Granted,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care if my game goes a little slower because I just want stuff in my yard.
Oh, that's the entire thing, is that you need your commander, and then it's just get a card and you win the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Like Gandalf seemed really cracked, but I understand a lot of people's assumption that Gandalf being in the 99 of Omnath may be the best place for him.
Yeah, I could see that because then you're getting the card draw. I mean, even in the minstrel, he might be good.
I never thought about him in the Minstrel. I'm still finishing up my Minstrel Lurrus deck. I'm still in the process of trying to get that polished up.
So, I mean, you've seen what Nick and Lyris deck can do. So,
Oh yeah, your Nas would have won you the game.
oh yeah,
That would not have been a issue because you hadn't been hit by anybody. You were hitting everybody else with Black Widow and Ragavan that game.
which
So
was
it's
funny.
pretty. Yeah, yeah. It was. I love how you were the one beating face, but we had a Kinnan and a Namor that weren't doing anything all game.
Yeah, the Nas player was not getting hit, but was doing the hitting and getting really good hits from Black Widow and Ragavan.
Yeah, there's the thing, is that like you were stealing like decent spells out of my deck that would have initially helped me, but I think that you hitting me in that game definitely would if you wouldn't have hit me, I would not have been able to commandeer your Nas, because I had commandeer like my second turn and I had no blue cards in hand, but after you hit me so many times I was able to draw into those blue cards.
Yeah,
So it helped in a way. Uh
Black Widow is nice considering she does it until you hit a non-land permanent.
yeah, that it's especially in some of these weirder decks that are now running, like Rog Francisco that Dapper runs 50 lands.
Yeah,
So it's just like just hitting him with Black Widow and just flipping through, good 15 cards before he hits something is pretty significant.
yeah. So,
But your Kinnan list is big flips. How big flips are we talking? Are we talking like are we talking like Nezahal is like your top peak flip? Or are we talking Nyx Bloom or
I will tell you the average mana value of my Kinnan list, and I will let you decide. As it sits right now, so it's not the average. The deck's total mana value is 230.
230?
Yep,
That's that's ex
230.
that's excluding lands. So we're talking out of the what? Probably 72 cards that aren't lands. You're probably running what? 28 lands?
We are running 26 lands.
There's 73 cards and it's 230. So you're running like what? Emrakul, like the Eldorazis? You're running.
We are running one Eldrazi.
That's. What else are you. I'm assuming Galta to drop all the cards from your hand.
There's a Goblin.
Okay, I figured Stampede Tyrant was in there. Such a good card.
So I think the cards that I'm most looking forward to being able to get going with the Kinnan list is we have a Kodama the Easter.
So one where you drop a permanent, you get to drop a permanent from your hand of lesser
Yes.
equal mana value. So it's just like, I'm gonna
So do a
lick this
Kinnan
off.
flip. I hit a Coma or I hit a Gulta. Oh, this can go and play. This can go and play. This can go and play.
Ah, Jiminy Crickets! It's just it's a lottery machine on crack.
Oh yeah. We have one, two. We have three creatures that fight things when they enter.
Oh, you have the big dinosaur, don't you?
So I have Apex and I have Thorn Mammoth. Thorn Mammoth will fight anything when another creature enters. So let's see. Let's do this based on. So we have a 230 CMC for Kinnan, and with Nick Fury, we have 111. They have complete opposite ends on the spectrum. They do not care about each other.
No, not whatsoever. You're talking Kinnan that does not ever want to see an Adnaz in its life on its side of the stack, and then you got Nick Fury that's just like, that's all I'm about. So I'm assuming you're
Yep.
also running. I'm assuming you're also running Necro then in Nick. Oh, you're not because
I
you have
can't.
Luris. Because you have
Yes, I was
Luris.
like, okay.
That's right. So it's Nas or nothing is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Because then you can go through a breach line and like I mean I've seen your list do the thing without the Adnaz, of course, because you have all the
Oh, yeah.
instants and all the sorceries. That doesn't matter because Luris only cares about permanent spells. But it's definitely interesting. And with my Wandering Minstrel list, and I'm gonna play Luris as well. I'm gonna be looking for some certain cards. Oh, Dev. Also today, me and Gage, we just got word about a card show that's happening, like a town east a half an hour of me in
Nice.
October. And me and Gage were the first ones to sign up for a table. So we're gonna be hopefully we're gonna be doing our sleeve thing. I still haven't heard from Brandon if he's gonna have a wholesale stuff for me or a discount code or anything for that set up by then. I hope 2 months from now we have all of our stuff so I can
Yeah.
send you guys everything. But so we're gonna have two different tables set up so we can. We're hoping to get some sealed products that we can sell. We're hoping to buy some sealed products, and we're hoping to get like probably $500 worth of good cards together so we can go sell them. Just sell some like mid-range stuff. I don't think either one of us have any high-end cards we can sell. I think the highest end card I have is like $60 right now that I have nothing to do with that I'm gonna go sell. But I'm hoping to get some really good cards for giveaways as well, so we can get like some more giveaways lined up, better cards.
So I have cards lined up for the giveaway. The
Oh,
next one.
okay.
It all depends if I build the martyr list. If I don't build the martyr list, I have cards for it.
Well, that's good, yeah, because I think the next giveaway I have lined up is that counter spell you sent me and something else I can't remember off the top of my head. It's the counter spell and the Cyclops that I have right now. That's lined up. But if I might end up waiting on those, I might end up adding them to Kinnan, but or not Kinnan, Ral. Um, but I'm hoping we can kind of change that up a little bit because I'm hoping that when we hit the next one, we're not going to do until we hit like probably 500 on each platform. So like when we
Yeah.
hit 500 on YouTube and then 500 over on Instagram also, and then we'll do one for hitting that goal, and then when we hit 1,000 overall, then we'll do the next one to kind of break up the pace of the giveaways.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be very interesting for us. This is going to be our first card show that we're going to be doing because I'm hoping that once we get confirmation from Boundary Sleeves, we can definitely we can start running ads and we can start uh pushing that out a little bit more. I guess I just said the quiet part out loud that we're now working with Boundary Sleeves. Um, we're working with their owner, one of the owners, to hopefully get a promo card and hopefully start doing wholesale for their sleeves. So we're hoping that we can get all of that set up. Brandon said that he's looking forward to it. He's just a busy man. He's got 3 different jobs and wife and kids, so he's definitely a busy dude. So we're hoping that we can get that set up hopefully relatively soon so we can start doing that and we can get some product lined up for that card show
Yeah.
in
Thanks.
October. Yeah, that'd be super awesome. But what was another? We haven't seen anything from Reality Fracture yet for any commanders. We've just seen some planeswalkers,
Uh,
right? I think the only we've seen is that Liliana, which looks like trash, not a good CDH card. We haven't seen any good CDH card besides the artifact Craterhoof, which I don't think is really that great.
I mean, I think it could be good in Magda, but he doesn't really want it.
I don't think Magda wants it. I think the only deck that possibly wants it is the weird Joyra with the counters she puts on herself. She ETBs an artifact from hand equal number of counters that are on her. But she only wants to get to 4, and then she can just win the game anyhow.
I mean, there might be the Stinger Quill Boxmancer. That's something right. Which I mean could be an op card.
Oh yeah, the two cost got it pings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the hybrid Rectos, and then he has the Vicious Verse, which is also a hybrid Rakdos, which deals 1 damage to target opponent.
yeah,
And it
I
gets,
know.
at the beginning of your upkeep, if this creature isn't prepared, it becomes prepared. So it basically give you a free ping every or every turn.
Yeah, I know a lot of us talked about that, but it's the same reason people cut Lava Dart. People don't want to run that is because it seems like it's a ping you have to manually do. It's an
Mm-hmm.
extra card that's just kind of feels bad, especially in a lot of these turbo obelisks, which mine definitely has more become in the last little while. Rather than the mid range, it's become more turbo. Um, and it's really fast. You're looking for a turn 2 ob and a turn 2 that just seems way worse than like a Cataract or a Razorkin Needlehead and that fact of
Oh yeah.
things. But since there is a red black school, I don't know if there is going to be any good card for CDH in that. But the mystery booster commander set that's coming out at MagicCon Atlanta, because it drops at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But I talked to the owner of my local LGS, and he doesn't know if that's going to be an exclusive like other mystery booster product was, either it was only at cons, or if it's going to be a public release set because it comes out with MagicCon Atlanta. Which, if it's not public set, I feel like people are going to be very, very upset, and prices are going to be through the roof for no good reason.
Yeah, I mean, basically, other than the fact that it's a commander exclusive set and it's a convention exclusive set.
Yeah, I hope.
You guys are also catching me while it's dinner time, so you're going to see me snacking. But if you ever want salsa, I don't think we'll ever get a sponsor. It'd be funny if we get sponsored from salsa. You got to try Mateos.
Eos. Okay. Is it spicy?
They have spicy salsa, and then they also have like non-spicy salsa.
Huh.
So
My wife likes the Better Good
not yet.
brand from Walmart. That one she likes. I'm just a basic bitch. I just buy the normal salsa from the store. I don't remember what that one's called. Whatever the main name brand of salsa is out there. I enjoy that one.
Oh, you like the paste?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the PACE. Pace.
But my Rograk Rayhan deck is super fun. I've really enjoyed uh test with test hands. I have it's kind of weird. It kind of feels like Obnix in Jund colors. I've really thought about putting a copy of Obnixus in that deck because it oddly feels like it kind of needs an extra win con, and I'm already running Agatha's Soul Cauldron and Ballista in the deck.
That is definitely one of the guys. Go on an adventure for a second, so I don't destroy my computer.
That's probably a good idea.
Daughter decided she wanted tater tots. You guys were sitting on my toaster oven, so not doing that.
Oh, headphones
Yeah,
falling off.
I know. I know. Before we started recording, we were talking about the Gandalfs from Hobbit.
Yep.
I know you mentioned the Jeskai one had results at a tournament. You obviously built the mono blue one.
Yeah, I built the mono blue one. It's a ton of fun. The infinite combo with Mystic Sanctuary land, the 3 islands, and then so turn 4, realistically, you can have game done as long as you can have Gandalf out, because with Mystic Sanctuary, you can return a blink spell back to your hand, and then just infinitely blink Gandalf, and the lands will ETB untapped as long as you have Amulet of Vigor, and you can just draw your deck and win with Thoracle at instant speed, or a various other of other combos that are in the deck. The crab that mills people whenever land ETBs is really good also. There's Fairy Mastermind. There's other ways of creating infinites in the deck. Um, but my deck is really based around just blinking Gandalf as many times as you can, just to create a lot of just draw with Gandalf. But the Jeskai one, I know we all had interest in it, but I wasn't really sure about it, so I hadn't really looked into it too terribly much. And then I saw that.
Good
Let
job.
me look at it. Let me look at it. I know it's somewhere.
Nice.
Just trying to think. Just trying to
I
think.
completely forgot about this card, and we completely missed it. Going back on the reality fracture thing, there's the Jace,
There's the
four
what?
mana one. There's the 4 mana Jace, the 2 and 2 blue. It's at the beginning of each
Oh,
opponent's draw step. You draw a card. If by the time we are still in a Rog Ishai culmination, by the time that set releases, that will see. I think it'll see play anyways, just because it's a planeswalker that makes bodies, lets you draw cards, gives it protection. What does ultimate even do? Oh yeah, and then you have the second ability, which is for each opponent return up to one target artifact or creature that player controls to their owner's hand. Mana, you're getting card draw, bounce spells, and ways to make bodies.
That one would be crazy.
They're not the prettiest, but they look good.
I can't find that result I saw. I'm not sure where the heck it's at, but I know that that Gandalf was just top 8 at a tournament, and it was just like we're already seeing these new Hobbit commanders do things. Speaking of, I guess the Hobbit cards, the Queen of Dale in Marnius Calgar is just another heuristic study.
Pretty much, yes. As long as I was
Or
gonna say,
not,
as long as people are
it's a
actually
fish.
casting spells, but yes.
It's a fish. Pretty much is what it is. It's a fish. Is okay, you do a thing, I draw a card, discard a card, I loot, and then I create body, and then Marnius goes, I'm gonna draw a card, but I didn't also realize that Mr. Fantastic from the Marvel set is just another Marnius in that list.
Yeah.
He's just not an infinite mana outlet like Marnius is, but I started looking into Marnius Calgar after I saw Gold Sabertooth's deck on Play to Win. I can't remember when that was, but the video popped up from a while ago, and I saw his list, and I think Wizards and Warlocks had him on too. And I was looking at his list, and I went, "This is interesting." Some of the cards were a little funky, in my opinion, but I went back and started looking at Marnius, and the whole precon that he came in just I forgot how good those Warhammer 40k precons
Oh yeah,
were.
they're amazing.
Yeah, now I understand why they're going for $300 to $400. Even if they're
Yep.
opened, I had an LGS up in Mankato where Gage lives that was selling an opened precon. The whole complete precon, the cards were all in great condition for like $280. And I'm like, this thing's opened, but all the cards there, they confirmed all the cards were there, all the cards were real. And I'm like, why is this thing $280 when the face commander and the other commander are less than $5 a piece? They're like less than $1. And
Yeah,
they're
that's
just like,
because
because
the other commander from that deck, even though it's the face commander, is absolutely terrible.
yeah, it's awful. It was the Grixis one. And I'm like, it's a great not CDH one. It's not like a CDH commander. It's a good normal commander, but the
Yeah, Abaddon
demon
is gross.
Abaddon can do some gross things. I've been trying to mull it over in my head because I bought a copy for 50 cents out of a binder at a random LGS that we went to. They're like, 50 cents. I went, I guess I'm going to grab this because I bought all the precons for Warhammer back in the day. And then uh, when I got out of Commander, right about probably about 4 years ago is when I tried getting out of Magic, and then I got back into it because my wife's just like, "Oh, what's this game you're playing?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Magic the Gathering. I just have a couple decks. I just got rid of my whole collection because I was just like, I need to be a grown up now. I have a girlfriend." And then she's like, "Oh, I want to get into it." So I'm like, "All right, well, I'll start getting some more cards and everything." And then I went full bore back into it, and now here we are. But I'm looking at building Marnius if my Jund Rograk deck doesn't work out. I'm really thinking about it because Marnius just seems like he wants to just control everything, just like a Tivit deck, but I don't want to run
Yes.
Tivit.
Uh, Tibbet is really good. It is like Randall. It has that one card win cut.
Yep, I like Tivit. I have a Tivit. I have a Time Sieve. I have all of that just randomly sitting in my stuff. I don't know when I acquired it, but I found it the other day, and I'm like, why do I have a Tivit and a Time Sieve just sitting here? But I'm like, all right, I guess we can do this. But like, I don't know what's better. What's better, Marnius Calgar or Tivit for Esper?
So Marnius gives you the card draw. What you call it? David gives you the one card win con. Marnius is going to give you the control point of it, where, like you said, you have the Queen of Dale. Oh, I made a token. I'm going to draw a card. Probably draw a counter spell. Keep going.
Yeah, there's
And
the thing is that, but
you
Marnius
also
also
want
gets.
an Esper cost that, or Esper commander that is not high costed, that I still think is a really good commander that kind of does the Esper VV card draw thing for just playing the game. Is your stolen.
I'm not building the creepy cat chick. I refuse.
Creepy cat, creepy cat chick is good.
She's now the number. She's now the number one commander of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that on
The
I saw that on ED Track and just went. People just pushed it over the edge. There's no way that there's 25,000 people actively playing Ishtola right now. If there
okay.
is, I'm gonna cry.
I mean, I think it counts all the decks that are made, because I think I still have a list made up somewhere. What's up, Bubs? As soon as I finish dinner and we all eat. Okay.
Sound like a Glock going off. Get scared. Ugh.
But yeah, no, the creepy cat is
She's
it is a
good,
good. It
but
is
I just
basically Esper Italian is the way that I had it made,
it
because it's like,
feels.
oh, cast a 4 mana spell, deal everybody damage, draw a card.
But if I'm playing Esper, I want to run Adnaz or Necro, but it's like Nas in the deck feels weird because you're hitting all these 4 and 5 drops in the list,
Mhm.
where it doesn't feel like you want to run Adnaz. Feel like
No.
you want to run Necro, but Necro doesn't trigger Ishtola, so it feels bad in the list. It's like I could never make an Ishtola deck work where it's just like Marnia says, do the thing, you get card draw, and then there's Tivit that just says, I'm gonna do my thing, and if you can't stop me, here's the game. But I've seen a Tivit player with Time Sieve where the table didn't concede and they went
Okay.
play it out. Like, have you ever seen somebody drop the infinite and then the table goes play it out?
Yes, I have done that to a route there when they played Mind's Desire. I was like, no, you're gonna play this out.
If you make me play a Mind's Desire with 20 Storm on the stack, I'm gonna kill you.
So the best part about that is we made him shuffle his deck every time. We're like, no, you have to resolve the spell. Most of us were. It was me and my buddy Sean. What we knew we lost the game, but it was just like, no, we want to see the fact that we lose this game. So you're gonna do each individual Mind's Desire with the storm count of 16. You're gonna do each one, and we're gonna see how we lose.
That's absolutely fantastic. I know right now I'm trying to build my wife a high power deck, and she loves The Walking Dead, so I bought her that secret layer. And I told her, I'm like, all right, which deck do you want out of these? And she's just like, oh, I want Negan. So I built Negan.
Negan's fun.
It's just like it's horrendously slow for what it
Yes.
is, but I'm gonna rebuild it to make it a little bit faster. Just because I like now with what I know about I built it back when we first started playing CDH a year and a half ago. Um, but now that I know more
Yeah.
about CDH and the different cards that are out there, especially with the Hobbit coming out and everything, I definitely feel like Negan can do something because it's Dargo Timna seems to have the Mardu kind of like the peak of where Mardu sits in CDH. I haven't seen much other lists besides what's that one artifact commander that's in Mardu?
So for Mardu, the commanders would be
It's
Dardu,
basically
so Timna Dargo,
yep. It's
Dahada, and then you
oh
also have
Dahada.
Select. And then there's the very, I won't
Don't
call it very fringe. There is the select few that play the Reanimator Terra as Mardu,
oh yep. There's also Krark Timna. Don't forget about Krark Timna
and Rogue Timna.
and Rog Timna, which
There's always a
Gapper's
Rogue.
thinking of. There's always Rog Timna, which I have never seen a Rog Timna deck do a single thing in my life. I feel like it doesn't have the same thing as as Dardu, because it's like Dargo Timna
Oh,
has a plan just like every other Dargo deck does, but I feel like Rog and Timna don't really mesh very well. Whereas like Rog Ishai mesh is really weird. But do you think there's another list out there that can be like Rog Ishai, but have like the same deck but not the same commanders in Jeskai colors?
in Jeskai colors, I think the issue is Rog is such a important piece in any Rog X deck. So, like, if we look at Rog Thras, it turns on Cradle turn one. We look at Rog's Eye, it is a sack outlet the whole time.
Yep.
Like
It basically
it,
it prevents him from having to play like Ornithopter is pretty
yes.
much what it is. It prevents him from playing any bad cards, and I don't know about everybody else, but I feel like Rograk has really just gone from this really crappy card that like no one thought about like probably 7 years ago to now one of the top to the top partner
Yeah,
of all time. I don't know what I've seen more of lately, if it's Blue Farm or if it's Rogthras.
Rog had a really, really, really good one.
Rogthras has had a Zora just took him.
So
Zora, Alicia.
almost, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not really entirely sure. Rogthras had a great year, a great number of cards, but I don't know about you, but I feel like Rogsai has kind of taken a back burner to Rog Ishai.
It it kind of has. I mean, even going over to EDH top 16. So we're not making a complete ass out of ourselves by saying this. I mean, Rogsai still has a meta share of 4%, whereas Rog Ishai has a 2.3. So it has dipped down a little bit. I think it was kind of the flavor of the summer, where we had Just Guy Summer, and then people kind of got tired of it. Because I mean, it is a very, I won't say toxic. It is a very I'm going to control what you do list, and if you don't do it the way I say, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, it's yeah, because there's 1.6k. Yeah, there's still I feel like how people have Rog Ishai built is very just all good cards. No, it's basically a Kinnan list without being a Kinnan list in that way where it's.
Yes. So,
I know
oh,
last
what
year
was this?
Kinnan was really big. Everyone was all over Kinnan. I was seeing a Kinnan list every time I was pulling up Spell Table or Convoke. I was playing against a Kinnan, and now it seems like Kinnan's taking the back burner because people know how to deal with Kinnan. It's kill Kinnan or deal with Basalt, and then that's Kinnan doesn't have a backup plan without Kinnan.
16. So as of right now, the top 16 from the last month with a minimum of 20 entries. It goes Blue Farm, Kinnan, Rockgrass, Rockside. Then you have Sisse, or TNT, and then this is kind of the line that makes me laugh a little bit because almost all of the goblins have made a list or still have a list in this section. But then we have Ral, Crystal, and Nick.
Seeing Crystal up there makes me really happy, but I couldn't get myself to continue to play her just because of how I felt like it felt like it wanted to be turbo, but it wasn't a very good.
Yeah.
It was four
So,
color. It was four color was the problem. I feel like that's where Vivi very much is touch and go because Kirsten relies on colors
yep.
and there's a bunch of free stuff, but then you have to pitch other good cards to the free spells to do it.
We may have to cut this short because
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, thank you everybody for coming with us to the Goblin Chat, as everyone is now ready to eat supper and everyone's got their own
yep.
stuff going on. So we're gonna cut this a little bit short. Next video, hopefully, we'll have 3 or 4 of us able to join. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.